Oh. Hello. He has the
An old
gun.
man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth.
What does he literally have the murder weapon right there on his person?
Then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours.
I don't think you can have black eyes. I think you can have very, very dark brown eyes. I don't think it's possible to be born with black eyes. And I think the same goes for hair, but I'm not 100% on that, so maybe I shouldn't have said anything, lest I end up looking more stupid. I'm like 80% sure.
Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp.
Are you the fire guy? He's not gonna know what the hell I'm talking about, but are you the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you.
Did you recently tell two kids to put out their fire, two twins?
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
Oh, trying to give up your position.
The position sounds like a hiding place.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
I think they're like 5.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit. I did. And you opened it. How?
I fueled the generator, then used the console.
I should have burned that console down.
Sure. How'd you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Oh. I don't regret it.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
I don't regret it. Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't say that. It was not reactionary. It was cool. It was not rock and roll. It was sad FM. I don't know what to say. It would be awesome if I could say all these, but I know I can't. But true, you didn't say that, Kim.
I did.
We have
Did
entered
you?
the world where he said you shouldn't. It is the only world.
Okay, cool. I can say other things. It was not rock and roll. It was sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness. A weapon of the bourgeoisie. The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music.
Man, you must be a blast at parties. Nice gun you got there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done. It's a 3-Angong 446.
Southeast Samaran made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Signal commune. Military aid.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the ball. Yes, I bet you've killed a lot of people with it. You fascist fuck.
Why do I have to be a fascist fuck?
Have you come to make me one of them?
What, a fascist? Or, like, dead?
His right eye twitches. With what? Fear? Rage?
I don't know. I don't even know what he's talking about.
We have come to ask you questions, nothing more.
And possibly arrest you.
If you do not comply, we will take you in. Do you understand?
I need you to put down that gun so we can talk further with the police. You can keep the gun, but keep it down. Sorry for disturbing you. Goodbye.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
His elbows rest on the frame stock, calmly for now. But he may still get it in his hands. Looks like he knows the weapon.
Damn it. I can't put more points in authority.
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's
Oh.
forehead.
Didn't... I thought I was just gonna... Oh, well.
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
Like an amputated limb in the sand. His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire. Still warm from his parched hands. Not the metal. The metal is ice cold. This weapon has been modified several times. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a Triangong, too.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does.
Yep, it sure does.
The right type and the right calibre. I wonder how old it is.
The old man does not answer. He just stares in front of him. The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. Some kind of involuntary response? Something is slightly off with his motorics. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In time.
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
The Commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insulindian Citizens Militia, the Army of the Revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in '07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in '08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the Commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Thank you, logic.
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was on E48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago. 43 years and 10 months.
That's insane. That's steadfast. I don't even know what that is.
It's inhuman. It's sick. It's not how a human being should live, but I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting. Always waiting. Always. For her to return.
Oh no, not another one.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution.
What? Also, I thought I had the option to say all those things before, which is why I clicked on the first one. I might be able to go back. Yeah, what the hell is girl child revolution?
Always. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for our revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
Okay, so I can't come back to this.
I was just 16 years old, 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too. You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took for reaction to take hold. Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
You mean fear? It wasn't reaction, you were just afraid.
It's the same thing. You haven't seen it. Not really. Not naked. It's impossible not to be afraid.
And this was when?
He is still not convinced of his safety. You should not be either.
May the 13th, 08, 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic. The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower, huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
A terrible shame, still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened of the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
Airships, multi-rotored airships used in the landing.
aerostatics. The landing had started. I climbed out into hell. There were ships all above, hissing, whirling, and men pouring out. The chain was submerged, so I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels, or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality. The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know that the bourgeois are not human.
I've always suspected the same.
I had to. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
Sorry I yawned again. Oh man. Oh yeah, I really I probably said this before. Maybe it was for an entirely different game, but I really want to just say, just because I'm yawning a lot doesn't mean I'm bored. I'm just perpetually tired and always yawning. It doesn't mean I'm not bored. Sorry, it doesn't mean I'm bored or not interested. I'm just always tired.
It's not an island, Dwight. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender. The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world. Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
First, I'm not one of them. I doubt he cares. And I don't really...
Sure you are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who calls... No. Iblis. Iblis calls it that.
A friend?
The black-eyed angel.
What? Okay.
How does anyone survive? I steal.
Now hold on there.
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
I mean, but he's been here before. If anything, the Dramamine that we took is his. So, I don't know. It would be weird if he said no to the first one, since he already had it. Unless it's like for a pride reason. This is a serious situation. You need to be looked over. I mean, it sounds like he wants to die, and I don't think we can change his mind on that. Have you coped mentally?
I have been running out of that stuff.
Okay.
There's nothing to look over.
Hmm.
The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund. I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of... I don't even know what. Inferno?
I also live in hell. I also have holes in my brain. You notice the lieutenant is about to say something. That reminds me, that one thing that we could have said after we got shot. Like the whole, it was a lie. I don't actually have amnesia. Is that true? Or was it just something to say? I'm still not sure about that.
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult mentally to live in isolation.
Traitors. It's better alone. I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on more and more each year. Ruins, glimmering in the dark, like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
Okay. I mean, do you not expect them to move on with their lives? Have you concealed yourself?
It was hard in the tens. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequency's dead. At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
Fucking snitching. Also, I figured that dinghy was yours.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals. So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right? I know.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however. The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys.
Damn, for real?
A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
The old man looks across the water, at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
Let's see. Oh, God.
Let's. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste dans le Monde. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors who should have been burned alive. I answer to the Communist Party.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the party didn't surrender?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
Understood.
I don't think you did. You live in a delusion. Radio shows, speed racing, and sporting goods. It's not real.
I mean, I kind of get what you're saying. Let's see. What? Yes. Yes. Isn't that obvious?
No, I
Oh.
am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer.
Okay.
I belong to the party, not the army.
Okay, well, now you're just being technical about it.
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the Commune.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a night philosopher of the revolution, a future human.
Awakened from shutdown by the promise of ideology. He nods slowly, then another tremor.
I'm also a communist. I'm a moralist. I'm a revolutionary too. Today, the real revolutionizing is done by entrepreneurs. I'm not really into politics myself.
You're inert lumpen with a gun.
Huh?
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology. We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
Hey, you're the one who let me go on this long. You humor me too much.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more. A jitter passes his lower body. The expression on his face is unreadable. There's some sort of interference there. Neurological?
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
Can I put points into composure? I can. Well, let's also do this. Can't hurt.
I've used it for killing people.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while.
But what?
This is what you live for. This is the shit. The great serotonin jackpot.
Oh.
The solution. Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first.
Wait, so which one do I say then? So... Does he even know who the guy is? Does he even know if he's a security contractor? Because, I mean, what if he hasn't been in...
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
The who now?
See?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
Never mind, he does know who I'm talking about. Haha, he won't like this one. The fascist death squad. Well, he don't like fascists. Go with this, mayhaps?
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember.
Come on, what am I forgetting? Yeah, I mean, if I can only pick one of these three on their own isn't enough. What am I forgetting?
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Wait.
There were Maybells in the grass when you got here.
Yeah, I
and
know.
Maybells on Clausia's balcony.
Yeah, I know. Like, I get where you're going with this because I remembered the white flowers. And then I remembered the flower that I failed to catch before. How is that supposed to help me? Like, okay, some petals flew off this island and then went over to her balcony. I don't know, maybe mentioning it will set them off or something.
And nowhere else. Nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them.
I mean, sure.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them. So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away. They blossom on the islets before we fertilize them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May before they ruined it. The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with. Classier.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
With the victim.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. Yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistols. I've seen you prance around with those. Jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen.
Hmm.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
Dramatically ask. Like, I'm calling it. I mean, it's the only one we've seen on the island so far. It's not like he has a cachet around. Or at least anything that we haven't seen. I'm gonna be dramatic.
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it. Good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder. I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You have been here a long time, Mr. Droz. Too long. You need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain. You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood. Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
Alrighty.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights, both of them, him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her. Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
I'm always looking.
I mean, a voyeur.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
I mean, he's fucking bored.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Them fucking. I didn't like that.
So were you jealous, or do you just hate sex?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore. And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
The caliber of bullet he used does not do that kind of damage.
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared. Her passport and tickets to Villiers, and from there to Cachet Brut.
Oh God, I never had the chance to ask her about that.
In the free state of Semonine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
After she was gone,
Did you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
no. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I put them back. If I wanted to extort someone, I'd do better.
This implies that he's thought about extorting her. Also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
I mean, wait. Hang on, I'm sorry. I'm not remembering too clearly. Is that name on the documents? Because I thought she chose not to use the documents because she figured, well, my employer is the one who's trying to kill me, and they're the ones who gave me the documents. So, like, yeah, Claudia isn't her real name, but it's also not the name on the documents, right? Because why would she use that name? Maybe I'm remembering wrong.
It didn't say Claudia in there.
Okay, I figured.
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers.
There it is again. The strange neurological state he's sometimes in.
It was something. I don't remember. It was dark that morning. I only remember her face on the photo. I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks, and a body hard and lean and bruised all over, black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook, on the run. Revishal's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
He's setting it up for you.
I'm not blind, am I?
Okay. Oh, I can ask this question again. We'll get back to that.
I have my ways.
What ways? Tell me.
Not in this lifetime, Dwat.
Why did that have to hurt my morale? Whatever.
This one's gone. Make up somehow. Connect something else. Fast. You're a bad detective. Lazy and bad.
Hey. One little thing missed and I drown in anxiety. No, it's cool. I've already got them. I don't need to be perfect. I mean, true.
No, it's not. Fix this now. Move on extra carefully. Be incredibly minute.
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
Is logic implying I should ask the second question again?
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know. Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something. No. I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of our room on the floor, like she does sometimes. The day after I killed him. Yes, I don't know why I do the things I do anymore. Maybe, I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you. If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
Well, it ain't 10 years ago.
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement.
Where is she, that Claudia? I haven't seen her there for days.
Yeah. Lie? Whatever. She got away, but she let us hear first. She figured out someone was watching her from the sea fort.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew. She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years? Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
I mean, let's keep it going. This is still at 83. But... composure. I can... holy hell. Yeah, I can keep putting points in composure.
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
Why is tragic comedy one word?
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back.
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house, stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst. Because of the racists, everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries. Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it. Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class. Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals, like those boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
I'm not at all surprised you don't like them. That all?
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cop parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Coyamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children. That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt Frisell is now dead.
It's weird. I don't know where I've heard this before. Again, not a politics person. But I swear I've heard the whole argument about certain people wanting to have sex with their own children. And it's like, that's all I want to do is have sex with their own kids and their own family members. It's just one big incest orgy. Degenerate. I don't remember who said it, and I don't remember who they're referring to. But I've heard that argument before about something.
We did good when we pushed him under the horse car. Until, in the 30s, those disco whores.
Oh God, and of course he hates disco too. What is going on with my voice?
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter. And the Sucriant on her yacht? Joyce? Probably.
Disco whores?
Whores.
Cool.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the Union's top brass.
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation. The smart one.
The girl?
Edgar.
Oh, his brother.
He talks a big game about uprising and social base. They must have sent the smart one to some university in Le Jardin, where it's alienation this and hegemony that. First against the wall with him.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to.
I haven't approached anyone. I've hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains. Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left, wouldn't rat me out. I was right about one of those things. 20 years ago, neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
That's around the time the Clears came to power.
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Marzov. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzov. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought.
It still works? Must be one hell of a gas cooker. Well, he says he still has it. He doesn't say he still uses it.
Let me be here. The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this fortification from the Loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But why such a courtesy?
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for them. But he's insinuating something.
A Sucrion, a bloodsucker, the rich whore on our boat. Women like her feed on the life energy of young working-class men, and they let her. I can't believe the inert lumpen out there. They just let her drive her little boat like that. No violence, not even a robbery. The working class has lost their appetite for justice.
If only he had the ammunition.
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June. Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A Patank maniac race traitor.
Yeah, I don't know about... Whoa, whoa, let's back off before you get too agitated. Ah.
I remember him. I remember him from Lanos. Not him personally, his make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the liberals came to their rescue. We missed one. That one.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today. Not even Gaston. Alone.
Yeah.
Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross, shoot me. Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about it. Let the bomb melt in my mouth.
Save the treat for later?
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black day, the blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, Rene. For the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one for him. Haven't seen him around lately, strutting around. Must be down with arthritis. I hope it hurts like hell. I hope he sweats blood.
I mean, if I tell him that he's dead... I'm honestly curious what his reaction would be. I don't think he would be happy about it because it's clear he wants to kill him. Like, it sounds like him wanting to kill Renee is one of the few things that's kept him from killing himself. But who knows? He might just be glad that he's dead, period. I don't know. I'm curious what his reaction would be.
No.
Just kidding. Yes.
I waited too long. I waited too long, and now he's dead?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for a long time.
I'm sorry, Kim. You say I'm sorry like he's mourning a friend or something.
They're all dead now. Fuck it.
If he really wanted to kill him so bad, he would have done. There must have been 1,000 black days on these islands. His health ailing.
Did he? I mean, care. Who knows? Can I say all these? I don't know.
You think I haven't seen people
No.
die? It's all I've seen them do. Fuck and die. All the other plans we had. To love. To colonize the Pale. It's all fucked.
Well, let's see. Logic. Here we go.
The connection comes to you like a splash of cold water. Dark, cold water.
Hey.
He acknowledges it. Here we go. A twist. behind the dark bend.
That bourgeois cow, Tiffin Holly was her name. Licked the rich man's hand every time he came to town. Never seen a labor leader so hot on mutual cooperation. And money. She liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge builder and a deal maker.
I mean, does he care that she's a woman? Like, excuse me. I'm sure he's killed women before.
She was. And she was real soft on those money men. Had a Barbara Muscova bag over her shoulder that she liked to bring to work. Called in, they say, on the eve of battle. Ran away. Vanished like a piss stain.
No, that's not quite it, is it?
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that wasn't really her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not. She couldn't make the call herself.
Here it is, the bend in the river.
Because she was dead. Because the cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal, grasping her tit, and drowned. Or bled. Hard to say. It was a sloppy job, on a moving target. She was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, drunk like she often was. The ruins were black around her, and she had a yellow leather bag under her arm. She tried to cross the canal, heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt, someplace like that, where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish in the hell around her, and the ruins.
Make a motion like shooting a rifle. Sure, why not be extra about it?
It was someone. Someone shot her. Or maybe she just fell. I get these violent ideations. My memory is filled with holes, especially the 30s. All I know is nothing changed. Not in the material base, not in the hegemony. There was no uprising. Just words. The Union fizzled, sogged. Nothing came of it. Nothing.
Edgar didn't keep his part of the deal.
Huh.
If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk. We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on assignment. We could even extradite you to the Samaran People's Republic.
A degenerate worker state. Go shit. No, thank you. I'm Revacholian. My days are short. I will rot away here, in a moral intern cell. I will not testify to anything. I saw it happen, and I liked it. That's all I have to say. I didn't live and fight for 40 years to end up as a collaborationist. I've heard it on Channel 8, 40 AM, Radio Revachol, late night. Everyone is a blobber in this world. Everyone betrays everyone. They're all already locked up for betrayal. The best ones, the ones with heart, were slaughtered, trampled. Glad we talked about what?
Oh, you know, stuff and things. Want to ask again? I'm pretty
His
sure.
lip curls into
Yeah,
Glad
we're
we
done there.
talked about what? What? But you said I would be taken to the...
Oh, ah, damn it. I was supposed to read his body language first.
the sum of all the erratic movements, fidgeting, and mood swings he's been exhibiting.
I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
There it is again. To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it, something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
Just like, shush, Kim. Do you hear that?
What?
What are you talking about? Is this... really us?
Your skin crawls.
What is going on? Oh. Oh. Is that a fucking insulindian plasma?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
It's real! Of course it's real. Of course it's real.
What are you talking about?
Ah, it's getting closer.
There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you, with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head.
Holy ish, that's a lot of eyes.
You feel your legs shaking under you, and your gun hand move to your holster to grab the gun.
Like, there is. I see it. We're not actually crazy, are we? Kim, do you see it?
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Like, Kim, can't you see it?
I can see it.
Okay.
If he can see it too, then you're not totally insane. But that would mean it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence, its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
What am...
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you.
Is it safe to be this close to it?
Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
Why is my electrochemistry? I guess they really want you to pass that. Listen carefully.
It is.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera. No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
The flash is loud? Are you sure it won't scare it off?
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear.
I do have the option to approach it, so let's wait.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
Who cares what they think? Just listen to me. I don't want to yell. Continue whispering, please.
Understood. Of course.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air, slowly.
Wait, laid the pheromone on thick. Oh yeah, that's right. I still have the pheromone stuff on me. Figured it would have worn off by now. Does it know English?
The creature tilts its tiny head to the side and appears to look at you. It is incredibly light, like the slightest gust of wind should blow it away. But it doesn't.
I don't want to fudge this. That didn't change anything.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
This isn't a check, so I'm pretty sure it's fine. Take the picture.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
Okay, maybe that was a good idea. To have me approach it first.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
I really do like the design of this thing. I didn't think I would ever see one, but it does look pretty cool.
I got it.
Touch the whisker. Scythe-like forearm. You think it's too dangerous to go for a whisker?
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. The sensation is electrifying, resounding through your body. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen.
Lick it? I don't know if that's a good idea. We don't know what that stuff is. It is an option, though. What if I die? There's no way. There's no way this game would kill me when I'm this close to the end. Alright then, be weird. Lick it.
It tastes like sugar, very faint. The anthropod towers above you, tufts of reeds pointing from limb and head alike. odorless, mostly comprised of water. The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing. Warning!
Hmm?
A sudden shiver passes the limb. Looks like the creature is awakening, wave by wave from its stupor. Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the insect
whoops.
stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you, praying to you.
That's right. Pray. Don't pray to me, I'm nothing. Put your hands down instead. I mean, what? Who knows? I mean, I doubt it's praying. It could be a weird... That's right, pray to me.
Unwittingly, the insect continues its stridulations. As it moves, tuft-like structures still pretending to be plants rustle along on its joints.
Do you know English?
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you. You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish.
Yeah, I noticed that in the picture.
The faintest smell like you've never felt before, like burnt roses.
Really? Cam, it's foaming.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
Yeah, we did just lick some random stuff before, didn't we?
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one, letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
Inland Empire? Where are you? Okay, how does that look? I was not expecting that. What the what?
Tell me what he's like for you.
Wonder Bar? I don't know what that is.
Then I will tell you what he's like for me.
I mean, we are kind of ill right now. In a few ways. Damn it, I wish I knew what Wonder Bar is. I know Wonderlust, but not Wonder Bar. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to look this up really quick. Okay, hang on. Wonder Bar. Can I get this in English, please? Okay. Wonder Bar is a German word for wonderful. Honestly, we're not doing too well right now.
What is your illness?
My body aches, I'm bleeding. I'm ill in my head, I'm insane. In my heart. Honestly, our injuries can heal. It's his heart that I'm really worried about.
For me, it is not like that. I have states, not the emotions. For example, I experience excitement at unexpected sugar rewards. But that is not important.
You like sugar?
Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist. Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never ache.
You're the type of animal I would like to be. I'm glad to be me, an incredibly sensitive instrument. What the fuck is happening to me right now?
I don't know. You're just a shadow for me. Far away, faintly transmitting, but for a curious smell.
Honestly, hard to say for him. So I guess this question is more... Because sometimes I try to answer these questions in a way that I think the character Harry might honestly feel or respond. But this question is definitely more of a me question because I have no clue for him. I don't know. It sounds interesting, but I don't know if I would like to live life like that. And I actually hate being incredibly sensitive. I'll stick with what I know.
Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you, with all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writhing glass. Eternal damnation. Even when you're sleeping, and when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you.
It was very disorienting at first, but I'm keeping my shit together.
That must be incredibly hard. The Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you.
Aw, thanks.
And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater.
Gotcha.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
Also that. The killer.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. I only quicken his deterioration. Very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
Oh, that's what's going on with him.
No, you are awake. is real.
Do you have an answer to the existence of the world?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
Then all we can do is beat our fists against it day after day with no answer? Yes.
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum. Or read.
You're surprisingly cute.
Wait, so
So you look like a reed and you eat reeds.
Yes, they don't mind.
Have you accidentally eaten another reed phasmid?
Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time. It was an accident.
Aw, they sound actually kind of sad about it too. I'm sorry.
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmalia, endemic to the Insulindian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys. And when unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain, also by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation, even the Seminese islanders who came here first but did not stay have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rebelshaw, district of Martinez, March 51.
That's insane.
No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile simian nerve system ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you.
Hmm?
No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Oh, well, I mean, I do get that. I'm more curious about the pale.
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind. You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident. We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Oh, God.
instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Ah, I get you. 'Cause carbon dioxide? Yeah, we don't help things. I admit.
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nerve mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if he misplaces us all one day, or just forget?
Have I always thought this way?
No, you're only thinking it now. This is a revelation.
But I want to blink and undo 12 billion years of matter expansion. Oh God, this is the gloaming I've been waiting for ever since I woke up in the hotel room. I have already forgotten the whole world once when I drank too much. Okay, so this is real. I'll be extra careful not to blink, don't worry. There's no way we can continue life without blinking.
So it is already happening. Soon, one of you will close your eyes and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim, am I having a violent epileptic seizure?
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
Oh, okay, so you can't hear it. I figured since you weren't saying anything. Then I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
No, but look at this thing. No, I told you what it's about, our fate. The case? The case is meaningless compared to this, laugh nervously. I have totally transcended the case.
I think you should back away from the unstudied species now.
I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts, that was all.
No, there is one more.
Hmm? Of all the creatures I've met, you're the kindest. Of all the creatures I've met, you're the scariest. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the most beautiful. Again, I'm feeling like this is a me question. I mean, it's weird looking, but I don't think it's scary. Not even on a conceptual level of like how long it's lived and how much it knows. I mean, considering you think that human beings are going to be the downfall of everything, you are surprisingly nice to me. So I'll go with this one.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman. Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For all mankind.
I will.
She was held on Earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Oh, look at it go.
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone. Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life. Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Cool. Sorry, but I do want to check this first. Oh shit, her passport. Seriously?
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
Classia's hidden documents. From the MT boy.
It's Klasia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish, younger somehow.
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or...
And I sensed it do so. I saw something open up the boy with spindly legs. Point to your head. What, in our mind's eye or something? Did it?
Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual.
By now, the lieutenant has accepted your unusual methods.
She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazie was supposed to be her real name, where Clausia comes from. Remember? God damn it.
Yeah, she lied to us. Big surprise. Maybe this is her real passport? Not a fake, because this is her real name. Who knows? She could have been lying about that too.
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us one more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now. I don't know, but it's not Katarzyna Alasia or Klasia or Anouk Meyer-Smith. We didn't even scratch the surface with her, detective. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district by now.
If you say so. Hey, you okay?
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
See.
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking. Like an addict of some terrible substance. A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dross?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid. Old age and shock. Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you? You mean pheromonal?
I did say hormonal.
The scope, knowing of her bruises, his disposition toward Miss Orania? I see what you mean. You should be more careful, detective. Are you sure it wasn't having an effect on you?
Maybe. Anyway, it's only trying to remain unseen. The degradation is a side effect.
A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that could be neurodegenerative. Also, please be careful when approaching unknown species in the future, detective.
Okay, Cam.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross,
No response.
then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it. Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds? The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse. He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
No one would believe you without it.
Yeah.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should. No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. Around 80. This is an old man, at last. No longer a tin soldier, but the broken down remains of a man.
Did you take this passport and other papers from a boy on the coast?
The spirit.
He hears us. The spirit?
No reply. He's gone again.
Try something else? We got him back for a moment.
Nothing else.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here, if we don't take too long.
Man. I was not expecting that. Oh boy. That was actually really fucking cool. I'm really glad that that Insulindian Phasmid stuff actually paid off. I mean, not that I was ever expecting it to. It's a good thing I had him lay on that pheromone stuff thick. It only gave me a +1 though, so it wasn't... No. So it wasn't that big a deal.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
She's got... What?
Look what the tide brought him.
Oh, it's you. Without the wig.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Interesting new song.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
No one else seems bothered by the bleeding. Who are you?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Oh, you're the blonde dude.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Quemar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Wait, your... Sorry, my task force? You mean I'm in charge of my own task force? Or do you mean that I'm just a part of it? Because I thought you were my partner. How can I have a partner, but also be part of a task force?
Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
I mean, hey, maybe that's entirely possible. I don't know how this stuff works.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Way to feed me to the wolves. No, Kim, you gotta have my back. Let's destroy them. What do you mean, destroy them? I do want him to stay, but... whatever. This is my problem.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
There's a giant... What? Are we gonna talk about the Phasmid?
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
I saved his establishment and still he betrays me? Does this count as betrayal? I don't think. I mean, yeah, it does kind of feel like we're in trouble, but it doesn't feel like we're in big trouble, if that makes sense. Damn you, cafeteria manager. Fine, I understand. Gart told you.
And people on the street helped us too, with your whereabouts.
You're a legend among the drunks, Harry. A legendary local drunk.
You weren't the man with the sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Actually, I suspected something was off. Maybe if you hadn't been so sarcastic, I would have realized I knew you. He was very sarcastic. I don't like being lied to. Okay, I had that coming. I mean, I did suspect something was off, but he's probably just going to be like, no, you didn't. Otherwise, you would have said something.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
I don't want to call her that. Oh, Jesus.
Lieutenant, my name is not Horse-Faced Woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends.
We're still friends. I just have a stupid head. I'm really sorry. Glad to make the acquaintance. Let's put the past behind us. I'm just gonna say I'm sorry.
Okay, you're my commanding officer. I really want to respect you. I want us to have a normal relationship.
That will never happen, Jude. He's the rudest man on earth. He's the reason why the rest of us have to take sensitivity training. And I hate sensitivity training.
Yes, I'm Trant Heilerstam. I never said I wasn't Trant Heilerstam.
Wait, then what was up with the kid then? I'm sure that was really his son.
Mikhail? Mikhail is my son. No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikhail wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
So what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on.
All right, thank you for the summer. My goodness. Duped again. No one's who they say they are.
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Okay, that does have something to do with it, yes.
No. Everyone's just a brilliant master of disguises.
Sarcastic again. You mentioned a task force?
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells? Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trant fucking Heidelstein, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Yeah, who is that?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit.
Okay, I am the leader. Oh boy.
Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
See? There. He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm GBheavy. It was going to be funny, but then you really did have brain damage. So not so much anymore. Do? It's a major crimes unit. We cleared the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
E.
The 41st isn't...
Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
Oh, God. So you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson? Sounds like you have a pretty big reputation for being an asshole. And then you tell us all to fuck off. I at the very least would be conflicted about it. I'm not sure what I would do, but I can't say for certain I would help you. All will burn. Jesus. Why didn't you detect or die then? Why would you leave a literal police god? We're not a police god. I said all those things? I'm not like that anymore. I mean, we're still really weird.
Sure. Talk on the town is you're the mouthpiece of the gloaming. Deranged apocalyptic rhetoric. Nothing has changed.
I mean, I say that stuff because it's funny.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, e-solar, pal, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Wait, socioeconomically? You think I'm so poor I lost my memory?
Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory... I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still, I don't think it should be off the table here.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
Hell yeah.
No, not like that. I'm not talking verreden voor het school here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
I know what I am. Do we? Like, do we honestly? Or is it just something we can pick? And if we pick it, then it's true. No clue. It was a defense mechanism. You think? I mean, something like this happened in Silent Hill too, but you know, there was also murder stacked on top of that. Capitalism fucked me beyond all recognition. Jesus. Maybe 3?
Corresponding to the 20-centimeter hole in your brain. Sure. This theory has great symmetry. I see how it folds into itself neatly.
I take this seriously. Oh, yeah. He didn't really phrase it as losing his memory exactly, but I guess he did. Yeah, sure. Let's describe him as the Crab Man. That'll definitely help our case.
Crabman is an unfortunate choice of words.
Right?
But I was there. The church on the coast shook from an audiospatial anomaly. It may have been anthroponetic, or perhaps related to radio waves. Either way, I have put this into my report. You should read it. I do not, however, think it has anything to do with him drinking himself to the point of brain damage.
Thank you, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Just to clarify, I do not think his other anthroponetics are a hoax. Pale produces global phenomena. It's proven. However, what has not been proven is total memory loss after drinking too much Komodo Red. Honestly, I think he's just lying to us.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
The two cases in your ledger, the unsolvable case and the Next World mural, those were recent. Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input.
Okay.
Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for its end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I don't know if we're ready to lead again. Not right now. Fuck all of you. I don't want to be in your unit. I mean... We're doing better. We really are. Are we ready to lead? I honestly don't think so.
For now, I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension? Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Just stand there.
Yeah. Just stand there. It's cool. No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Oh boy, I gotta explain that too. I thought the killer would be underwater. He wasn't. The time had come. Tequila sunset. We can't be fucking around too much here.
So refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Wait, my badge?
The thing that tells people you're a police officer.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand. Not today, badge.
Huh? Did I get the badge? Behold my badge. The drama is unnecessary. I got the badge, all is well. Behold!
And your gun?
Okay, so he still asks about the gun. Because I was able to lie about my gun. He still asks about it.
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
Wait, how did you know I lost my gun? Maybe he doesn't know that we lost it. Maybe he's just asking because he wants to know if it's there. Don't give yourself away like that. I have a new gun. That doesn't matter. Behold all my guns. If anything, I need more hands. Would it be like a bad thing if I showed him all the guns?
I don't care about your collection, you hoarding freak. Is one of them your service weapon? I only want to know about that one gun.
Yeah, I got that. Show him the boring sidearm.
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
I'm not drunk. I haven't been drinking for days. I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
Because we haven't been bathing. That's the problem. We bathed once this past week. We need to take another one.
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
No idea what you're smelling. I washed death off me. It's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry I smell bad. None of this matters. My odor situation, it's meaningless compared to what I've discovered.
What you've discovered? You let the suspect escape, a certain Clasier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
I'm not drunk.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
I mean, two? Not really. Because we were already looking at the different spots. I mean, the island was the last place left. I'm sure we would have gone there whether she gave us the clue or not. Her giving us the clue didn't really matter in the end, because it was the last place we needed to check anyways. So... meh. Oh my god. We're looking at the oxygen holocaust. Let's not get into that just yet.
Well, if she was specially trained, I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, the one who shot herself in the head.
Yeah, you gotta bring that up.
Or the fact that you're Evra Claire's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 6 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
I honestly don't think that there's anything I could have done about that, especially since I did it over and over. Unless there was something I could have done way before the tribunal actually happened to keep a bunch of people from dying. I don't know, man.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals. He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot and survived only because of his armor. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Thank you for having my back. Yes, what he said. I also solved the case. It's solved. Yeah, it was a massacre. We got wiped. Where the hell were you? That is also a good question. I'm just sorry. I think we can only pick one of these, so if so, I'm gonna go with this one.
Detective, it's better if I do that.
It's so much better if he does this. 1,000,000 times better.
Hey, you handle the talking, Kim.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Yefretor Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
Thank you. I did smoke one cigarette and he freaked out about it.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the apocalypse thing. At first I thought it was a joke, but it's not.
It is!
He actually thinks the world is about to end, in a bloodletting or gloaming. We're about to become vapor, even.
Oh, I don't remember saying that last one, but I'm sure I did.
It's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist.
I am?
A man of the center, not prone to political outbursts, which is commendable, but also at odds with his behavior. Other still, he is also a Mazovian socio-economist.
I
He
am?
believes in liquidating the ruling class.
I do?
How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not know, but he is vocal on both of them.
Dude, okay, you know what? I was about to say, if this was all gonna come back at the very end of the game, maybe I should have taken a lot of these options seriously? But no, I don't regret my choices. I don't regret picking some of the stupid things I've picked.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the drugs, of course. Some kind of anti-radiation drug he uses to induce visions. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact.
Oh, Kim.
He can talk human beings into telling him anything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped working on the case. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Thank you, Kim.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Boom shakalaka, motherfucker. So as you can see, I'm a pretty okay detective. Whatever, I'll be damn it, it's the very end of the game.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
Boom, boom, boom. Yes, I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
Also, the phasmid was female. The reeds are its nest. The killer... Oh. I think I can say all this.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
Okay, yeah, because I was thinking, like, not every animal or insect that, you know, has a nest or makes a nest is female. Think it was female? Could have been male, actually. I mean, the voice did sound vaguely female, but I still don't think that, you know, proves anything. Could have just been a really girly voice, who knows?
Must be robust if it can move a helmet with its limbs.
It could maybe roll it, like a dung beetle.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
Just a hunch.
Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a male or female. The bower would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation.
That makes sense, yes.
Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation efforts here.
In his mind, he's already planning a nature reserve and knows a good guy for that.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carve discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Yeah, maybe we can get some decent funding.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
What if we didn't get the photo? How fucked would we be if we didn't get the photo?
Without it,
Quit while you're ahead, or no?
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
Straight to the motive, please.
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
An act of jealousy. Hoping to start a war. Actually, I'm not that sure if I have a motive.
jealousy. I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years, like 70-something.
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason, said he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
It's more than that. A perfect folding mechanism like the phasmid. It's maybe more than that. It'll win me Dora back? No. No. Let's see.
Perfect folding mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something.
Maybe we need a detox. And a bath.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Evrart and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
And eyes, too. Your return from the island must not have gone unnoticed.
Understood, of course.
I would prefer not to partake in anything Union-related, for political neutrality.
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it at first mention.
I mean, yeah, we looked into it. Oh yeah, because I guess the whole... Yeah, there's no ghost spirit or anything. It's just a dice maker.
I don't know what a Doom commercial area is. Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a possible witness in there, and it was close to the crime scene. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting time.
Maha.
Who's Kuno?
You don't want to know.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. It's alright. I mean, at this point, anything is but the drink.
I didn't snort it, did I? I don't remember snorting it. So what do you say? Want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
The man looks westward, impatiently,
Yeah, honestly, we could ask these questions later.
jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
I was.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
Wha-
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
Does it really? The collection of found sportswear I've amassed.
Some of your more old-school wording choices. Your posture, even. The constant stretches.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy. And this guy, too. God, even this javelin-throwing freak here.
Oh my god. Contact Mike.
Of course. Contact Mike.
He's been on about Mike again. I hate that guy.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ. When was this? When was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then. Oh, you don't say. Does he also vault an impassable gulf of finance and privilege?
It is getting cold out.
Yes, you taught gym in Cool. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards.
Why'd I decide to become a detective? Oh, wait. Was it my ex? Like, did she influence me to want to do more or something? I don't know why I think that.
Kuro is just east of Jamroad. It was a short walk every morning to the baseball field or the sports building.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Assel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
Seriously?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
Okay, but so there is something to that. I think I was just vaguely remembering something from a note or whatever. I don't know.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Dubois? It was Dora Engelund, I think. You've said her name, but you weren't married. You were engaged.
Oh. So we weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol. God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time.
Oh.
Yeah, or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one. A big one. Incredibly bangable.
No, I mean, what did she do?
She was incredibly fuckable. A beautiful bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Do you have to make it so much about looks? Like, yeah, she was really hot. She was really fucking hot. And you were just really into how hot she was. Okay, so... Not that he really knows me that well. He could just be being ignorant about it. But now it's like... kind of making me question, did we love her, or did we just think we loved her because she was really pretty? That happens to people a lot. They think they're in love with someone when really they just like how they look. But I don't know, man. It's probably BS.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Okay, am I a dirty cop?
No. You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
Fair.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it.
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torson and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good. Mac the Torso Torson and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
They are damn iconic though, Torson and McLean.
An iconic duo, I take it?
Yeah, not like us. Two clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage.
Well, damn. I didn't know you felt that way about yourself.
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
Well, damn.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
What? Did we recently shoot up a church by any chance?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Oh, so that was us.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast. Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershore. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
I need to tell Lena about this ASAP.
Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock, remember?
No, but thank you for remembering for me, game. A cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about the Phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain. Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Ah! Ah! Marry me! Stay by my side! Wait, hang on. Okay, I'm calm now. I'm relatively calm now.
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of 2 captains with my doom-mongering.
No. Wait. I mean, do you want to work with me?
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would be extremely flattered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
Was that a sort of yes? Was that a sort of kind of yes?
I do like the sound of that.
He's really considering it.
Oh my god! Alright, I'm ready.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the afternoon sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Yes. Really? Nix Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in the office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the RCM. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minot? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
I think this is it. I think this is the end. I still have the fucking gardener gloves on. Okay. Cool. A few glitches here and there, but... Oh, man. So that's it. That was awesome. Okay, hang on. Oh my god. Whew. Back hurts. Been sitting here for a minute. Oh man. You think this game would ever get a sequel? Who knows? I mean, yeah, things were left a bit open towards the end, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're getting a sequel. Sometimes stories can just end that way. That was satisfying. That was a good game. Oh yeah, I guess I should rank it. Okay. What I usually do at the end of me finishing a game, or that one instance I didn't finish it, but I just kind of stopped. What the hell is that game again? Shin Megami Tensei 5. Yeah, usually what I do is I give a rating for it, but not like an IGN rating, but what it ranks to me. Like, completely biased. I mean, I will say what I think it deserves on its own merit. I totally get why this game has been getting 9s and 10s. It's totally deserving of it. Ah, but what does it rank in my heart? You know what? It's a 9. 9 out of 10 for how it ranks in my heart. To be fair, it is kind of difficult for a game to get a 10 out of 10 for my heart. But yeah, I mean, like, really. Not that it's that kind of game. The only thing I can think of that would make it a 10 out of 10 for my heart is if it had more fun gameplay. But that's not what this game is going for. It's an immersive sim that like focuses on the narrative and your choices. You know, that's not what it's focused on. So, you know, like, again, the ranking in my heart, it's completely biased. But, like, outside of that, like, does it accomplish what it's going for, basically? Yes, it does. It totally does. Yeah, I believe this game deserves a 10 out of 10. It's just for me personally, completely biased. It's a 9 out of 10. Ah, Ruby. I'm sorry for my incompetence. Oh, yeah. There's still some stuff that we didn't do, some stuff we didn't finish. That dead body on the boardwalk. I would have done it, but I really wanted to finish this game. Because, not that I don't like it or anything, but I'm someone who can get bored of something kind of quickly, depending on what it is. Even if it's good, sometimes I'll just get tired of doing it or watching it. Like, for example, I remember this one time I was marathoning Gurren Lagann, and I was like halfway through the show. I was binge watching it on Netflix. I got halfway, and then I was like, I'm getting kind of tired. Let me just take a break. And that break lasted for like 3 months. I did not get back to that show for 3 months, and I don't really have a good reason for it. Because, I mean, it's not like I didn't like the show or I was getting bored of it or anything. I just intended to take one day of a break and watch something else, and then that break went on for 3 months. So yeah, that's just the way that I am. I am glad I finished the game. I like finishing games. There was actually a period in my life that lasted for a while. And it was way before I had a YouTube channel. It was where I would play games, but for some reason I wouldn't finish them. I would have an issue with finishing games, and that went on for years. Until I finally brought myself to finish Persona 5. Which I took a few months of a break from that game. Mostly because it was long and wearing me out, but also I was starting to see some, let's just say, narrative issues. Not like glaring ones, but ones that were making me go like, what? And yeah, I won't lie, I mostly finished Persona 5 out of obligation? And also, I wanted to get to the end. Like, Persona's gotten to a point now where you just know that you're gonna fight a god at the end. And I was curious, what god am I gonna kill at the end of this game? But yeah, I finished that one, and I was satisfied. I was like, man, it's been a long time since I finished a game. I should do this more often. Oh man, but anyways, back to this game. Honestly, not a lot of flaws. It's a bit glitchy here and there, but not anything terrible. Oh yeah, walking around is kind of awkward. It can take a little too long for me to do simple things like trying to go out a door or click on an item or just walk around in general. Uh, but honestly, those aren't very big negatives. I'm honestly trying to think, is there anything else? No. Kim is best boy, without a doubt. The game is very funny. Like, smart writing indeed. I loved it. Like, it's rare that a video game makes me laugh this much. Hell, I don't think I've laughed this much playing this game compared to, like, I don't know, maybe the last year? That's kind of a depressing thing to say. But hey, haven't been laughing much, and this game definitely helped. So that's it? That's it. Man, fucking good game. I'm very happy with this. Well, I guess I'm gonna move on now. It is a shame, because it's like anything else that I play that has a story, it's gonna pale in comparison. But hey, that's just the way it be. You can't always play amazing games all the time. Well, I guess that's it. If you made it this far with me, you're a beast, you're a champ. I appreciate you. You loyal. That's not the right order, but whatever. Who cares about DJ Khaled? And yeah, I mean, if you want to stick around, I'll be posting other stuff. If not, still nice to have you here. Oh, and for the record, YouTube comments. YouTube's been getting on my nerves about this. I can't always tell when I get new comments, and it's really annoying. Oftentimes I can only tell when I've gotten a new comment if I literally go to that video and then look through the comments section. So chances are I've missed some things in the comments section. I am sorry about that. Maybe I should actually start using my Gmail account, because I do get the emails. I never use my Gmail account. I have a Yahoo account, so I never look at it. But, you know, maybe I'll start doing that now. And yeah, that's it for me. Hope you guys have a good one. And I'll catch you later, maybe.